good afternoon, Western New York. Hi, how are you? Yes, I am a little sweaty and a little shimmery as well. Woo! This is whew, our usual Saturday afternoon chat. I know I do look pretty shiny here. I'm just gonna keep this on for a little bit. I am in the shade. I do look really, whew. It's a little suntan lotion on me. I think maybe today I might even walk around just a little bit. I'm in the garage in the shade drinking some seltzer water. Little Wegmans ginger seltzer water, delicious. It is our Sunday afternoon chat. If I look like a little cray-cray, I just got out of the pool, was over at a friend's house, my friend Melissa, swimming in her pool on this beautiful Sunday. Whew, so hot, so hot. I may take you in the garden in just a little bit, maybe for a little tour, maybe. This is our Sunday afternoon chat. I come live to you every Sunday. We talk about hashtag new normal. Actually, I like to call it hashtag NN, because who wants to say new normal anymore? Because I think we've just about lost our minds when it comes to talking about the new normal. I also call it hashtag reset button. So today, this is a conversation. You and I are hanging out together. We're having a great time. Every Sunday we jump on and we talk, and I, give me some thumbs up, give me some hearts, give me some love. Let me know that you're out there and that you're okay and that you're doing well. My friend Veronica just jumped on. Veronica, so nice to see you. And I come on every Sunday, come on au naturel. So no makeup whatsoever, fresh out of the pool. Well, my hair is actually dried, but it doesn't take long for us to dry our hair, does it? Because it is so darn tootin' hot out this week, and it is going to only get hotter. So on that note, let's talk about a few things. First of all, how are you staying cool? Are you staying inside your house? Maybe you've had enough of being inside your house because of everything that's been going on, and maybe what you're thinking about doing is spending a little bit more time outside. Maybe you're actually sleeping outside. I don't know. When I was a kid, maybe we can share some memories together here when you were a kid and some things that you used to do outside. Maybe take a little snooze outside, or you would be playing a lot of lawn games outside. We could talk about the holiday as well. Let's talk about the holiday for sure. So, what a July 4th. So happy July 4th to everyone out there. So happy that you're joining. If you see behind me, I have a towel. I just got out of the pool, so talk about au naturel. I always come to you au naturel every Sunday, but this is really au naturel. Just jumped out of the pool not long ago. I've got my beach towel behind me, and I've got my seltzer water right here, trying to stay hydrated. And what a July 4th it was it not? It totally different than what we usually feel and what we experience, right? Because we're in that new modality. We're in our new life cycle. We could call it that. We're in a new life cycle. So normally, I don't know about you, but I'd love it if you'd share your thoughts. Thank you so much, Veronica. She says it's hot down in Pennsylvania, just got home. Oh my gosh, yes, I know. Well, I don't have a pool. My friends have a pool. I might have to partake in my neighbor's pool, or I got the sprinkler going right now, and I'm actually kind of thinking about making a run for it. So how was your July 4th? This is a little different than our July 4th in years past. Many of us have huge family picnics, and we go and we see fireworks. Not the same this year, totally different. And so how did you celebrate your July 4th? Here's my observations. Excuse me. That seltzer water's got a little fizz to it. Here's my take. Here's my 2 cents. Here's my observations for July 4th. Certainly not the July 4th maybe a lot of us were expecting. Certainly not the July 4th we were anticipating. Many of you probably love to go see the fireworks. You get together as a family, and you go to your favorite location. You sit, you enjoy, you pack a lunch, you pack a picnic, you go to whatever other place that you like to go to. Sometimes you actually go to like the bigger parties, right, with your family. This year, not so much, and that's because we have to be mindful. You know, it almost reminds me at this time about what we were talking about several months ago when we were talking about making sure that we are wearing our masks and making sure that we honor that social distancing. And I know you've heard it before, and you hear it all the time. So I'm not going to pound it into your head because it's already been pounded into your head. But you know, if you look at what is going on around the country and you look at what's happening here in the Western New York area, you know we're doing the right things. Just keep it up. Just keep doing what you have been doing. You know, keep wearing that mask, social distancing. Remember your family, remember your friends, remember your neighbors. Keep on it. Now, let's talk about July 4th and how things have changed. Now, definitely not what we had anticipated. Definitely not what we expected, how we expected to celebrate July 4th this year, right? But some things that I notated, at least in my neighborhood, is if we were with some friends yesterday, and we did have a little cookout. We enjoyed having some beverages and some great food, and we celebrated, and we went swimming, and it was amazing. And so we wrapped it up kind of early, came home, and I'm sitting where you see me sitting now, which is in my garage, and having a beverage, and just for a moment I shut my eyes. I closed my eyes and I listened to what was going on in the neighborhood. And it was something probably that I haven't heard in a really, really long time. And it's definitely something that I don't normally hear in my neighborhood. I heard a lot of laughing. I smelled a lot of fires being burnt, like in neighborhoods and not in yards. I mean, fire pits going on. I heard a lot of children laughing, adults laughing, a lot of conversations going on. I heard, of course, I heard fireworks. Who didn't hear fireworks last night, right? Everybody was shooting off fireworks. It just sounded more like a celebration yesterday than I've heard in a very long time. I think we forget when it comes to holidays how what the purpose of a holiday is. The fact that we need to be with our family. We need to celebrate. We need to have conversation. We need to play games. It's not all about, I was going to pick up my phone, but I'm using my phone. It's not all about using your phone and going and watching things on your laptop or your iPhone or whatever it is that you watch your stuff on. It's about family. It's about coming together. We are given these amazing opportunities to gather our friends together, our closest friends, to gather our family together and have celebrations and break bread and do things that we wouldn't normally do. All of a sudden, we're given the time to do that. And, Celeste, you said you like the new hair color. You know what? This is not intentional, Celeste. This is, God did this to my son, or to my son. God did this to my hair. It lightened it up. That's how strong the sun is that it took my color up a few notches. So thank you very much, my dear. We're talking about July 4th, and we're talking about how different it is and how it is. We forget that these holidays that we celebrate are not just about now Christmas, right? We all come together, we exchange gifts and all that. But it really is not so much about the gifts. The gift is the gift of time. That's really, for every single holiday we have, we're given the gift of time. The gift of time to spend with each other, to exchange awesome conversation, to catch up, to let the love of a family grow, to support each other, to connect with people we haven't connected with in a long time. That's what these holidays are for. Now, Christmas, of course, we're inside. We have this amazing opportunity with Memorial Day and with Labor Day and with July 4th that we can actually be outside. Now, July 4th, of course, we have the fireworks as well. Hopefully everyone who celebrated out there was able to enjoy some fireworks safely. If you did shoot off fireworks, you're not really supposed to. So please, watching fireworks, probably, not probably, definitely a safer route to go than, shooting off your own fireworks. That is for sure. We saw a lot last night, and not sure if there were some surprise displays in the area as well. Actually, my neighbors were out. We were kind of going back and forth, looking in the front, looking in the back, looking in the front, and then we just all kind of congregated in the front and grabbed a seat and just kind of watched the show. And it was a little crazy, excuse me, but it was great, and it was awesome to see all these families out and having a good time and friends gathering, and it was wonderful, just so this is a conversation every Sunday that we have, and it started several weeks ago in the very beginning of the COVID-19, the coronavirus outbreak, and I just jumped on because I felt like we needed that time to have a conversation and just have a talk. I'd like to check in with you, make sure you're okay. So if you're just jumping in, this is their first time jumping in, welcome. And it's a conversation, so feel free to jump in and say anything that you want to say. Maybe you want to share something that amazing that happened to you yesterday for July 4th. Maybe you went and did something that you probably have never done before. Now listen, last weekend, last Sunday, we had this conversation and I challenged you, because I felt that this is a time when you can take on a challenge, accept that challenge, and it makes you stronger and you can grow from it. So if there's anybody out there that actually did the challenge and you took on something, or that challenge is in the works, feel free to jump on and let me know how your challenge is, because you know that sometimes when we have those challenges, when we set those goals for us, those challenges for ourselves, and then we meet that challenge, we meet that goal, we are energized, it takes us to a whole new level, and we feel like we can conquer almost anything, or at least conquer something else that we may challenge ourselves for. So for those of you that are just joining on, hello, good afternoon, good evening, happy Sunday evening, happy July 4th to you. Hope you are all enjoying a wonderful evening. It's Paula D'Amico here. I am fresh and well, not fresh. I'm au naturel. That's definitely, I'm au naturel. No makeup, a little sweaty, lots of suntan lotion on me, and my hair is crazy. I just got out of the pool not long ago, having a little beverage here, a little seltzer water. Staying hydrated. Everybody stay hydrated this week. It is definitely going to be a really hot one. So here we are having that conversation of, we're here on the back end of a weekend that a lot of us maybe had anticipated as being like a really huge celebration on many different levels, and it's not quite what we expected, but we're picking up our bootstraps and carrying on, correct? Right? I'm assuming that all of you are. And, again, give me thumbs up and give me some love and let me know that you're out there and that you're good. So as we start to move through our next phase of the hashtag NN, what are you doing for yourself? Because this is like an evolution. We are constantly changing what we do, where we're doing it, how we're operating. If you're a business owner, you're celebrating your a reopening, right? And then you are working through trying to build that business back up to where it was before COVID happened. How are you doing, and how is that progressing for you? How are you finding the strength to carry on? And what are you doing that's different? Please share. I'd love to hear how things are going for everyone, because I wish the best for everyone. I wish that we could just plain and simple reopen and everything could go back to what it is, but it's not. We have to be very mindful. You probably hear that word mindful a lot. Mindfulness, being mindful. It's a very common word. Maybe it almost might be on the edge of an overused word, right? Because people they hear it so often, and I don't mean it in a negative sense, but they hear it so often, they don't even realize what it actually means, or they don't stop to really think about what it means and how they can use whatever it is to their advantage. If we are mindful of what we are doing, again, we can lift ourselves up and push ourselves forward. And that's really what the challenge was last week, is to try and find that's something that you have never done for yourself, or for your business, or for whatever it is, and try to attain that goal and energize yourself and pick yourself up and push yourself forward. So here we are on the tail end of this wonderful, wonderful weekend. Very hot, beginning of a hot stretch, right? And we have to remember to try to. There's health things, you got to keep yourself hydrated. You got to go through one for the sprinkle. You're like, Paula, this is weird stuff you're talking about. It's not. I'm just giving you a quick little reminder because we want to make sure that we stay in a good place, and I mean that in your mindset. Because as we work our way through this new normal, there are so many things to consider, so many things that you want to make sure that you stay in a positive state of mind. The heat can really get to us, and it can sometimes tempers can flare, and we don't want that to happen in any way, shape, or form, especially now. There are so many things that are going on right now, whether it is the reopening of businesses, reopening of places to go, or it is a thought process, it is an approach, with the Floyd situation, it was just, that is also another element here. It is another factor, it's another variable. Things have changed for us, and we have to make sure that we stay on that straight and narrow. We have to make sure we stay on that positive road. And for us to do that, we need to make sure that we take care of ourselves. I think I've talked about that many, many times. And this is nothing new to you, that you know that you have to take care of yourself. And in this time frame, taking care of yourself is very important because it's so hot out, right? And if you're not taking care of yourself, how can you keep yourself on that positive road and keep pushing yourself forward? And we need to be in that good place. We need to be drinking our water. We need to be taking care of ourselves. We don't want our immune system to drop down, right? That's another thing too. We want to make sure that we are healthy. So if you're wondering where I am, I'm in my garage. It's pretty darn tootin' hot. I'm kind of fresh out of the pool. I'm a little shiny. I'm glowing today. My hair is crazy, and I'm drinking a water. And as usual, here we are in our Sunday afternoon chat. And we're just talking about, the hashtag NN, the new normal, and how we're navigating through. Please, again, feel free to share, because that's what this is a conversation. I love hearing from you and finding out, what are you doing? What are you doing to stay cool? What are you doing to keep yourself in that balanced place, so that you know that you can push yourself through what could be a difficult week. So hopefully nobody is going to have a difficult week. You're going to find your cool spot and be able to stay there and work through whatever you're working through, whether it's your job or trying to rebuild your business or whatever it may be. I am getting hot. How about you guys? Are you guys getting hot? Are you staying cool? Please, feel free to share. There's been so many of you that have jumped on here, and I'm so appreciative that you jump on every Sunday and we have this talk. As we might even have to wrap it up a little early today because it's getting a little hot even for me. But let's just talk a little bit more about July 4th and this weekend. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone that serves our country, and one of my friends that just jumped on does that. Jamie, thank you so much. I think we forget what July 4th is all about. We forget that it is a celebration of our freedom and celebration of our country. And have we not really come together over the past few months? I mean, it's not just been a celebration of, let's have fireworks and picnics. It's been a real celebration of us coming together and fighting something or working towards winning the battle against something that is very that is scary. Let's just say it. It's really scary, and we want to make sure that we say thank you to all those that help and support. I'm the heroes in this battle that we are waging here in the United States is it's of course our servicemen, our servicewomen, it's our doctors, it's our nurses, it's those that take care of us. There are so many heroes out there. We have to take a moment to say thank you to every single one of them. And this country is just, does your heart not just like skip a beat when you think about all the things that have been going on and how we've all come together and supporting each other in so many ways? I mean, so many strangers helping strangers. neighbors, helping neighbors. That's what this country is all about. That's what it's been founded on. Yes, independence for sure, but it's also, we here in America, we just have this undeniable support and energy that lifts. We lift each other up, and this is why, this is an incredible place to live, right? And as we maneuver our way through this hashtag, and it's slow and surely that we will reach the finish line and we will be victorious. But we just have to be, I'm going to use the word again, mindful. Be mindful, and remember that we need to wear that mask, and we need to keep our distance, and we need to support each other, and we need to check on each other as well. Check on our neighbors, our elderly neighbors. We need to emails, texts, things of that nature, just to help stay in touch and help support each other as well. And again, this was a wild weekend. I know it was a wild weekend for a lot of people. There were a lot of people that were throwing off fireworks and having parties, and at the same time, this is a time for families to come together and reunite, and in many different ways, whether it would be in person or maybe in Zoom or maybe FaceTime. I have a little sip here, a little parched. But this is also a different time because things are, have you noticed that things are a little simpler in many ways? Anybody can jump on and join in on that one. There's more lawn games, there's more swimming, there's more sprinkler jumping, there's more sitting out at night and looking at the stars and looking at the moon and having conversations. There's definitely more conversations going on for sure. It's really an amazing turn of events. If you look at where our country started and where we are today, and how we continue to grow, and how we continue to support each other, and how we pick each other up and lift each other up, and just assist and bring each other hope. That's the word. I think that's the word I was looking for. Hope. Hope is the word. We don't necessarily do it. I don't think sometimes that we do it intentionally as we should do it intentionally, but we do it. We bring people hope. We deliver things into their lives that help them, that support them, that can carry them, that can help push them through, that can give them the courage, the strength to survive. And that is, that word hope is probably one of the most powerful words that you can use. It's the most powerful thing that you can do for your family member. It's the most powerful thing that you can do for a friend or a coworker or maybe even a stranger, is to give them hope and to help lift them up and to help give them the strength to carry on. Because what we do, no matter what you do, you may think that what you do, I don't really do much of this, that, or the other thing. We all have a role. We all have a job in this world, right? Of course, this is not the job that you get paid for. This is the job that you've been given. This is what you do. Do you find yourself ever doing that, where you just do something and someone goes, "Wow, man, that was so awesome that you did that," and you're like, "Oh, I don't know. It's just what I do." Yes, it is what you do, and take note of it and embrace it, because that's just what I do. That lifts other people up, that carries them through, that gives them the motivation they need. It gives them not just the energy, it gives them the sustenance, the energetic sustenance. How about that? It feeds their soul. It helps them to see things in a different light. Just a simple hello or just a message. You may not think that it's much of anything, but it can provide someone with so much hope that it will take them to a completely different level in their life, and they will take on the world like no one you've never known before. And at some point you will probably hear back from them, and they will say thank you. even if they don't say thank you, doesn't matter. If you find out that they have overcome the hurdles that they needed to overcome, whether they are health hurdles, spiritual hurdles, um, fiscal hurdles, whatever it is that they're trying to overcome in their life, and something you did, no matter how big or small, something you did gave them hope, that gave them strength to be able to tackle what they needed to tackle. That's amazing. That's incredible. We all have that gift, and all of us can do that. Just so I'm going to challenge you again. Last week we talked about challenging you to do something that you've never done before. Why don't you go and do something? Something that, okay, we'll do it. We'll say it again. Something you haven't done before, or reach out to a person you haven't reached out to before. Send them a message, send them a text, leave them a voicemail, just send them a card in the mail and let them know that you're thinking about them. Or maybe it's actually rolling up your sleeves and doing something somewhere to assist, whether it is your neighbor or a stranger. So that's the challenge. I think every week we'll kind of do a little bit of a challenge. And last week it was do something you wouldn't normally do, something that's going to feed your soul and feed your energy. Now this week I'm asking you to go out and do something else that feeds somebody else's soul, that feeds somebody else's energy. It will energize you as well, and energize those around you, and energize the person around that you do the favor for as well. I don't know if I want to call it a favor. I'm just going to say it's a gesture, it's a movement, it's a word, it's a message. You can make a difference in someone else's life, and very simply. And this is the time to do it. This is definitely the time for you to take on that challenge and create your own movement, and it will come back to you in what do they say, when you give out a favor, sometimes it comes back to you twice. I'm sure it will come back to you over and over and over again. But just think about what you're doing, and the hope that you are going to give people. That word hope is so powerful. If you can give people hope, they can carry on. They can all of a sudden have the strength of 20 men, right? Or 20 women. And they can all of a sudden tackle and push forward and do things in their life they had never thought that they could ever do, or a challenge that they could actually overcome. So that is my challenge to you, my friends, is to do something for others this week. Do something, reach out to someone, just one person, and you will make a difference in their life for sure. You will give them hope, and it fills my heart that I know that you will go out and do that. Our Sunday afternoons chats, you never know where they're going to lead, and I'm so excited that you jump on and you join and you comment and you wave and you send some love. I love it. I enjoy your company every Sunday right here on Facebook. And so we're going to wrap it up for this Sunday because, hey, you know what? It's almost dinner time, or news time, or run through the sprinkler time, or pool time. So for all of you out there, please stay cool, stay safe, and take on the challenge and deliver some hope into someone's life. God bless.